Game of Thrones, a Shakespearean tragedy. This is how I try to explain the feud between the House of Duterte and House of Marcos over the past few months. But the reality is that if you're looking at what's happening right now, this is nothing short of bardagulan. Never in the history of the Philippines, perhaps in any country's history, you had a situation whereby you had an ex-president, an incumbent president, exchanging the accusations that they did. I mean, you have the ex-president coming out in a public rally saying that the current president is supposedly a drug addict. Although, of course, he didn't provide any evidence. And what I found very, very interesting is that he admitted that even if he had that kind of information, he didn't act upon it because they were supposedly friends or nakakilala daw sila, makakilala daw sila. So this tells you a lot about the nature of the war on drugs under the former president. What also made it very interesting is that someone who's known to be generally urbane, statesman-like, some would even say gentleman, he couldn't resist striking back. You have the incumbent now accusing the former president's immediate predecessor, the father of the current vice president and his running mate in the 2020 elections. He essentially said that that person perhaps had too much, usage of a certain painkiller. So now you are in this bizarre situation whereby the ex-president and the current president are essentially accusing each other of overdosing on something that is somehow illegal or something that should not have been overdosed or abused. So this is family feud on steroids. We have never seen anything like this in Philippine history. And the implications are very, very stark for the country. I know a lot of you just want to go out, pick up the popcorn, and having fun at the expense of these two notorious dynasties. But the reality is that this is making the Philippines look like a banana republic. I talk to investors all around the world. I talk to diplomats and experts all around the world. And these family feuds on steroids are illegal, right? Are actually not a very good reflection on our country, on our democracy, or whatever we have right now. And this is why I'm worried, because things can get worse in the coming months, especially if the ICC issue heads towards a denouement in the coming months. And there's no intermediary. Former President Arroyo has already sensed the direction of the wind. Romualdez, who was the mediator between the House of Marcos and the House of Duterte, well, he's already firmly in one side. And Marcos, her faint attempts at kind of bringing the two sides together, patching it up, it didn't work when Basta Duterte came out and shut down her claim that there was some sort of apology exchange. So with that in mind, it looks like this Bardagulan is just the beginning of a new chapter, a whole new chapter that is definitely even more contentious and vicious than our descriptions in the Game of Thrones and Shakespearean tragedy vlogs.